Greetings and salutations, my friends. We are here for a fun and interesting take on Baldur's Gate 3 today. We will be attempting to construct an accurate representation of one of my favorite literary characters, Elphaba, also known as the Wicked Witch of the West. Thanks to the enormous amount of literary availabilities. Let me fix this audio real quick. Alright, I think we're back. Alright, I think that works better now. It doesn't seem to want to track all of this. Let's see. Whoop. All right, let's see what's happening here. It appears that may have settled down. I am going to quickly check to see if there is actual audio coming out. Because I know that my microphone is coming out, but I don't notice any sound coming out of the actual mixer. Let's see if that helps. Maybe if I do this. Oh, it's very sensitive. Okay. All right. Interesting. We're gonna continue to double check and fix this real quick because I think I know what's going wrong. Is this working? That doesn't seem to work. Thank you for your patience, folks, while I get this figured out. We can see if anyone's here. Don't think anyone's here just yet, so I am good to just continue to figure this out and stumble along, which is fine. Okay, so it seems to be fine now. Okay, so as long as I don't mess with it too much, I should be fine. Okay, cool. So, again, welcome. Today we are going to be trying to do a book and pseudo-musical accurate version of Elphaba, Throp, known as the Wicked Witch of the West. I have been obsessed with the musical that is going to be coming out later this year and the book for a long time. So we're going to go ahead and try our best to figure out how to represent her, because there's an interesting mix of trying to like translate her into D&D. So I did some research on my own, and I'm going to bring up a couple key concepts, and then we're going to run with what I've got so far. So, first and foremost, I like running Tactician, because I've been playing this game for over 1,200, closer to 1,300 hours. And I love a good challenge, and something tells me that Elphaba's life was challenging. So, for those that have not seen the opening, I'm going to not interfere. Let's move my little cursor over here. Oh no! Ooh. I don't like the slithery thing. It's gross. So those are mind flayers. Look at how wet everything is. That's my flare parasite going into that lovely lady's eye. Oop. Can I opt out? No, no, no. No, thank you. This is not what I signed up for. Whoop, missed my mic. Now, I've been playing this for a while, and I've not had the tutorials on for a long time, so let's see what they look like. Now, of course, we are doing custom. So let's start with what I think is going to be the easier choice here. Also, spoilers for the book and for the musical and the story. I'm going to be talking about things that contribute to Elphaba as a character and the ways that those impact who she is and what she brings and how that translates over into D&D. Now, first and foremost, she is half human and half something else. Technically, she is half Ozian. Specifically, she is half Munchkinlander. The Munchkinlanders are not all short. The shortest among them typically are the lower class that live farther out in the more urban areas. I'm getting my lovely quotes directly from the books and such. Her father is a human who, to my knowledge, does not have any actual magical power of his own, but he brought with him many strange things that allowed his technology to be confused for magic. So at her birth, she is a half something, half elf. Easy. Now we have drow, wood, and high elf. So Touch of the Feywild remains in these half elves. Like their wood elf parent, they have a quickened stride and eye for stealth. So in order to understand which version of elf we're going to need to play, we have to go this way first, up to elf. It's like high elf or wood elf. Heirs of the mystical Feywild, they value magic in all forms. Even those who do not study can manipulate the weave. These elves live reclusive lives in the forests, decades of training in archery and camouflaged, enhanced by an otherworldly swiftness. Now, between these options, well, my first instinct is to go wood elf. They are part of the wilds within Oz itself. And while the more diminutive members of society and people out in the Munchkin lands, the Throps were not. They were upper echelon. They were of a prominent bloodline. They were nobility in a very traditional heir apparent state. So they align more with being high elves. Their father, her dad, the man that raised her, Eminent Throp, was a preacher. Her mother was from a prolific family and married more or less a commoner in an attempt to escape crazy, crazy life. So her mother was a high elf. So that would make her half high elf. Now we would need to select what cantrip she knows. So this would be, what is the cantrip that she knows offhand that she doesn't have to... sorry, just got a work text. There were spells that she learned to cast by accident when she was younger, but she didn't learn to control a lot of her abilities early on. This is the one thing that comes with her from birth. So we have multiple options here. Some of the first things that she did were bouts of intimidation, causing little effects around her, such as things flying or levitating or odd sounds, and they don't offer a prestidigitation cantrip. So my first instinct in this case, oh look, green scrunchy. My first instinct for this might be minor illusion. She never really got the ability to conjure real illusions, though. So, upon further reflection, perhaps dancing lights would be a better idea. She never really used friends, and Blade Ward does not make sense, nor do any damaging spells. True Strike also feels like a good option. She sounds like someone who would have utilized that, but again, this is not something that she learned early or came naturally. I think Dancing Lights, or perhaps the Light Spell, would be a good way to utilize this idea. I know she is known for throwing fireballs, but that feels like something that she learned how to do later. I know that she was not born with that ability. Most of her innate abilities that she had when she was younger come from, and I quote, a power that she cannot control. This is shown mainly when she is angered. An example is when she sees her familiar Chistery, the flying monkey, trapped on an island in the middle of the lake. She plans to jump into the lake to swim to save him, but as she jumps, the water turns to ice for her. One of her partners said that the weather seemed to change to suit her needs. And that will lead me to a couple of my thought processes. A lot of the innate things she had were manipulation of the area around her. She was born with these abilities by virtue of being someone born of a different bloodline, which makes her, in the books and in the D&D sense, a sorcerer. Now, again, she has little control over her abilities. Tides of Chaos, Wild Magic. However, it does not say that she has chaotic energy churning around her. Quite the opposite. When she learns how to use her magic, she comes into her own with it. And it is only in times of desperation, when she more or less acts on instinct, that her wilder side of magic kind of brings itself out. So, I believe... let me up the volume here just a smidge. Alright, there we go. I believe that while wild magic makes a bit of sense, the constant worry of having her magic run wild was something... Yeah, actually. Never mind, that just makes too much sense. I think wild magic makes the most sense for her. I was thinking storm sorcery, but she does not... Flying is something that she learns to do later, mainly associated with something else. And Draconic just makes no sense. So yeah, I was trying to talk myself out of wild magic, and I talked myself into it. So let's see what things she knows right off the bat. I don't need that. Let's give her Firebolt, because that's what she's known for. True Strike feels like something Elphaba would begin her studies with. Now, I'm being very honest, I intend to multi-class her almost instantly. And I'll explain that in a second. But let's get her level 1 done with. She was never much for acid, ice. She did a lot of ice and wind and fire. She did more traditional elemental magic. And I think instead of Bone Chill, she would probably have Blade Ward. That feels about right. Let's look at what her true spells are. I think she has many, but Elphaba was very focused on proactive abilities. She may end up multiclassing into more than one class now that I think about it. But at her time of shiz, I don't believe a lot of her magic was innately damaging. She didn't do a lot of pernicious magic right off the bat. Most of that was by accident. Most of her studies were in just typical academics, honestly. I think for her, I don't think chromatic orb is something she would have picked. She looked for ways to enhance herself and make her life easier. So I believe Expeditious Retreat. And as much as it kills me to not have Magic Missile, I think she would have taken Shield. She was shown Protection Magic very easily, and that very early. And found ways to protect herself innately. As much as Jump or Enhanced Leap looks interesting, she was surprisingly fast. We've chosen our subclass. Now Acolyte, well, background. Now, her father was, well, not her father, her dad, the man that raised her, was a priest. Her mother was a noble. She, however, did not grow up as the favorite. She spent a lot of time running around by herself, running through the countryside, running through the streets, and to me that says either urchin or outlander. Now, outlander is not something that I, based on this description, looking further, I don't think that works. I think urchin works very well for her. She didn't learn to survive out in the wilds, per se. Adjusting audio once more. She learned how to survive amongst people and go unnoticed. So I believe urchin works the best for her. Now for her stats. Now, I'm gonna have to do some interesting things here. As much as I know Elphaba is supposed to be a charisma caster because she is a sorcerer, she wasn't good at the beginning. Oh, my stream still says this is Portal 1? Oh no, I fixed that, I thought. Oh, there we go. Just updated it. Thank you, my friend. Let's see, where did all of my windows go? There we are. Haha, success. Thank you, Axe. Hello, and welcome. I didn't see you come in. Let me see. So, first of all, Elfie was never that beefy, so we're going to take some of those away. We're going to go and give her a bonus to intelligence. Actually, we're going to switch that. So this already feels much better and closer to what she actually was. So again, wisdom, senses and intuition improves, yada yada. Her ability to read people. I struggle with trying to assign that, though. I think it was maybe that much, but it wasn't much better than that. That still leaves us with 2 points. I want to put them here. Oop. That feels about right. That feels right. She was incredibly smart. She had enough wisdom to keep herself safe. She had above average constitution because, again, she was, you know, half farm girl. And she became very dexterous, but not in the acrobatic sense, more in the sleight of hand and exacting movement. So, things we need to fix. She was not good at persuasion, but she could intimidate the crap out of you. And she did not have proficiency with Arcana to begin with. I know that she didn't study a lot of it to begin with. We will give her insight. She had to learn to be good at reading people because it was necessary for her to survive. So, Strength of 8, Dex of 13, Constitution 12, Intelligence 15, Wisdom 12, and Charisma 16. This feels right. This feels right. So, now, to the easier part, by far, which is making her physical appearance. Obviously, she is a female, with she, her pronouns. And let's check the voices, shall we?
Where to next? Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Not quite.
Beware.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
More of those wretched things.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Ooh.
Where to next? What was that?
I like this one.
Health.
Ooh.
Something just woke up down here.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened. I wonder what's back there.
Ooh.
More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Where to next?
What was that? Let's hope the locals are friendly. Hells. Something just woke up down here.
That feels pretty accurate.
It's opened.
Let's go with 8.
There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
That looks like a good face shape for her. Let's fix the skin tone. Oh, skin tones! So I see sage tone. Now, if I remember correctly, last time I went with this one. No scars. We're gonna go with young. She had no freckles. We're not gonna worry about genitals. It's not our business. So, none of these look like something that Elphaba would have. She also, I don't canonically think she has a tattoo that we can find. Although in the books, Fiyero has a trail of diamonds, of blue diamonds against his skin, down alongside the inside of his abdomen. Let's see. Oh, I can't see her ears. Let's fix her hair. Hair is easy. Black neutral. Highlight. Intensity up. All colors. Black. Graying tone. Black. And based on what we saw in the musical and in the show and the descriptions in the book, this is approximately right. The one braid that they have is the same as Shadowheart's. They don't have like a big chunky braid or anything like that, and everything else just looks kind of, you know, wah! And the ponytail is very Ariana, not loose at all, so we're going with this version. Because also this just, no. Makeup, makeup. I don't think she was a big makeup girly, but I think that was a good one. And then let's do dark green. And tune it up a bit. And then her lips were also green. we go. That looks better. And then her eyes specifically were brown, but were a bright chocolate brown, not deep, deep. That looks right. And she didn't do piercings. Introducing Elphaba Throp. Haha! Ooh, lordy! Okay, so this is gonna be fun. In my head, I'm predicting at least one other subclass, and I'm really, really, really struggling between two classes for that one. Because she goes to Shiz to study magic, but is instead taught how to utilize her own powers. And then later is gifted the Grimory, which is another way of saying grimoire, because that man didn't know how to pronounce it. Oh, you guys didn't know that. The Grimory is said that way because the wizard was uneducated and didn't know how to say grimoire. So he said Grimory. Alright, so whoever's in the stream, is my volume balance doing okay between the game and my microphone? Just checking if you're able to listen in. But I think we're ready to go. Now, here's the thing. This person is supposed to take a form that we innately think is pleasing. I can't decide if I want the Guardian to be Glinda or Fiero. So let's see what happens for a second. If I just randomly... You know what? Let's do this. I have some dice. There are 4 body types for most of these. So I will roll and see if I'm supposed to have a, mask or femme guardian. Body type 1. It's supposed to be a lady. So cool. That'll be easy. If we're making Glinda, she's a high elf. A very young and pretty high elf. Why is that? Why does that texture from back here look so weird at the start? Whoop. Hold on. Oh. There we go, y'all. Much better. Sophie. One moment, please. Hope you can't hear my computer in the background. Alright, let's see now. If we're making this lovely lady look like Glinda, she's most of the way there already. We just need to change her hair. That's too messy. Let's see. First day shiz Glinda. I mean, that's not what she would have had her hair looking like. This is what her hair looked like in the actual movie. Way back in the beginning. Ballerina buns. Gemstone droplet. Braided bunches. That's almost what my hair looks like when it's half up already. I can't decide what kind of hair this lady should have. Honestly, that screams Glinda to me. I'm sorry. She's like, if I can't wear a tiara, I'll make my hair. So, her hair was much golder than that. And see, it doesn't... See, I put yellow in there and it looks like poo. So, I think what we do here is we start there and we use my highlighting trick. That looks better. Gold, yellow, 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 yellow. Where's gold? They have to have gold. There we go. Yep, that looks right. Oh, she would have obnoxious makeup, I'm sure. Isn't this like the actual Ariana eye? And it would be hot friggin' pink. And metallic and crispy AF. With a wet lip. Ugh! Yeah, no, that's the girl I would have avoided like the plague in high school. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, no, right there. Yep. That's a face you wanna punch. Yep. Loathing. Unadulterated loathing. For your face. Your face. Your face. And we're off to see the wizard. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. I am checking a work text. And letting you all watch the pretty thing. One moment. just realized I was still muted. Gave a whole speech about a game where you can ride dragons and fight amongst them. And all this other stuff. Alright. Let's get to it. Ooh. Thank you for dealing with all my talking at the beginning, y'all. Now we get down to the fun stuff.
My head.
So, the way I intend to play this game, I'm going to pretend as if Elphaba was picked up like maybe the second day of her time at Shiz. She doesn't have a lot of active abilities currently yet. She hasn't really been taught. Making you all a special stream so I don't forget. A special save file entitled stream. So I will probably throw in other things like the fact that she actively seeks magic and ways to do it. But I don't know if I'm going to go with the idea of her somehow finding the Grimory again, because she no longer is in Oz. So I'll toy with that a little bit while we just try to have her find her way out of here. So making sure I can see where I am. Let's check out.
We'll be stuck inside if we haven't been attacked. Let's see what this does.
All right.
Someone else got out.
Ooh. That doesn't look like a nursery. It looks like a
This is the pool,
pool.
that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Not writhing. Let's do an investigation. We're good at those. We're a smart cookie. I spoke too soon.
You notice nothing more than meets the eye.
Yeah, no, let's not touch that. She has that much common sense. Elphaba feels like a girly that does not touch things that she doesn't understand that often.
Dead. Good.
There's a chest over here.
Please.
We'll go grab the chest. Now, if my memory serves correctly, there's another chest elsewhere. Come on. But how do I get there? I forget how I get there. We're gonna look. Is it up this way?
Can't slow
Yes.
down.
Haha.
Where the hells are we?
We're in hell. That's the point. That's why that line is funny. Alright. Oop, shiny things. Onyx. And a rune slate. Why can't I read you? Interesting. Well, while we're stopped in here, let's sort some of this. Add those to wares, because we don't need them. And now we're going to clean up my little HUD down here. I'm not going to be dipping a whole lot. Push is a last resort. We are not using that, and I can just click on someone to use the help action. So with that, we're going to move throw over here. Dash and disengage are going to be next to each other. And hide as well. This nice little trio. We're going to keep melee down here. I don't need topple because I can press this and it brings up the option for me. And then we're going to move this spell over here. Shrink this menu. Drag this over here. And then find all of our level 0 or cantrips. That is not a cantrip. This is a cantrip. And this is a cantrip. This is also a cantrip. We only have one spell up currently. Because the other one is a reaction. It will not show in this display. So, let's see. Now, I have to concentrate all day to use this. And I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is lock and save. And for those of you that were with me in the Portal 1 stream, I'm the reason they invented autosave. And I believe if we keep going this way, we find another chest. Ooh, money! Now, I don't want to walk all the way back around, so we're going to come over here, and I'm just going to jump. Whee! Now, ouchies. Next thing I'm going to do, light cantrip myself. Because I don't like not seeing. Forward we go, forward we go. Read the illithid record.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
Pick up and that. Who is here? So I don't play this game with headphones that often. And hearing that dude. Just like. I don't like that as I talked about him, it spoke again. No. Oh look, free money. If you hold the Alt button down, you can see where things are. Now it doesn't let you work all the time that easily. So I'm gonna scooch. Scooch again. Cerebral aquarium. Let me see if I can find subtitles, everyone. Let's get rid of camera shake. Oh, it gives me subtitles. It doesn't give me true closed captioning. Sorry. Help us! I hate it.
Humanoid history, elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
Ooh. That doesn't look good. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna hop over into my chatting screen while I, take care of this somehow. Yeah. That looks suspicious. How do I? Aha, there we go. Spam. There we go. Yay! taking care of things. We're gonna come back. Here we are again. It looks like some of my window is getting cut off. Interesting. Let's see if I can fix this. Nope. Okay. I guess this is what we gotta do. Okay. We are gonna be in windowed to make sure that you all can see even the little tabs at the bottom, because that's only fair. I kind of like having it windowed anyway. Makes life easier. So, reading the Elder Tablet.
1,000 years of humanoid history. Elves, dwarves, humans, and more flash behind your eyes.
If only reading textbooks was that easy. Okay, we hear you. I see a lot of things over here. Is there anything of value? Nope, just this person.
What's up for discussion?
Ooh, what's in that?
You've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Quivers.
Before they return!
They return. You sound afraid. Why?
The enemy. So many enemies.
Enemies?
A new
Who am I talking to? Man or brain?
born new from this husk.
You know no creature like this. One that is more brain than person.
And see, Elphaba's big on equal rights. So, I think you're past this point of saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Let's see, she would obviously investigate the exposed brain first. Let's not. I think we can manage without it.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure
Edema.
where it strains against the shell of the skull.
Okay. Let us attempt a cerebral extraction, staying mindful of the swelling. Roll again! I must click. Huzzah! Success!
The brain
Gross.
Do you notice an opportunity? You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
That doesn't sound nice. shall spare the creature. Any injuries may weaken it.
Free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
Listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
What's at the helm?
Brain tenses as though querying an unseen advisor.
We are not here. We must survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
All right, us. Let's go.
To the helm we go.
Yay.
We are going to the helm.
Food. Let's check that body. Ain't nothing there. I have some questions, us.
Its thoughts rattling against yours. Something inside you squirms in recognition.
Friend, we will go to the helm now.
Why was I forced onto this ship?
To know you. To give you our gift.
Something was put in my eye. What was it?
A gift. A gift to make you as well. Soon you will be so beautiful. So powerful.
Huh. Yeah, we're gonna.
We are going to the helm. My friend and I are going to the helm.
See, this is why I don't sit and speak with that thing for long. It's really creepy. The crunch. Dragons. But no dungeons. Just dragons. Ooh, cinematic. Shiny. Da 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 da. Dramatic entrance.
This is your end.
Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes.
Oh. My head. What is this? Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
And who are you?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival.
Cool. What do you suggest?
First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It
So
may be
let's
of
not
use in the fight
make
to
it
come.
think we're not. Continuously fixing the audio. Thank you, y'all. Yay, first battle! Gonna have our little friend here attack this Yahoo. Easy peasy. And now we'll end his turn.
Souls for peace.
Let's see. I want to believe that the imps have resistance to fire. No, they don't. So, if you hover over an enemy and press T, you can get basics. So, that's fun. Firebolt does the most damage. Whoop, I missed! I clicked the wrong thing. Oh well. We will clean up her HUD right now. No dipping, but pushing. We don't need those. Again, melee weapon. I don't need her extras. This is a spell. That's an ability. That's an ability. Wham bam. Much cleaner. Because if I want to stun someone, I just hit bonus. So we're gonna just walk up and smack you in the face. Cool? Thank you. Gonna push you that way. And then crowd your space. That way, they are not tempted to attack my very squishy sorcerer. Wah. Ooh. Reach out and touch somebody. Second verse, same as the first. So, my instinct is to always do this, but I always forget that I can do this. And because we just won a battle, we're gonna save. Sure, let's loot through some of these bodies first. I am not proficient in this. So we're gonna send it to our friend. I am proficient in that. Because when all else fails, we can still use that. Gonna send that to Lae'zel to hold. I'm gonna hold on to that myself, thank you. And let's see what our friend over here has for us. I'll keep that. It's just an axe. Let's see what this friend has for us. What does the shiny tentacle thing labeled restoration do? Oh, it restores us.
The ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
I want that. I can't use that, so we'll send that to Lae'zel. Pick up and add to wares, because I don't want to wear it. I think I'm funny. You all might not, but I think I'm hysterical. Alright. Single gold coin. A single gold coin. Oh, look, autosaves. And we're going. Oh, I didn't record. Oh, well. You don't belong here. Whoop, I hear someone screaming. Hello, person. Let's just try an Arcana check.
Warding runes. You feel them draw
Let's see what we can do. I'll look around.
They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry, please.
Alright. Let's look around. I see a locked cabinet and another Elithan manuscript.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Centuries of darkness. So that looks important. I'll just pick that up. I've got enough spare space.
Many hosts of these gay infected.
I'm not going to touch anything that doesn't belong to us, that doesn't look like it should belong to us. So we're going to grab whatever's in here. Oh, yay! Now, these we can use later. A brain and a jaw. Sounds fun. Oop, that looks important. That looks handy. And that just looks shiny. So let's go this way. Alright. I think we should be able to get off of this thing before my 2 hours are up. Wait, nope, that doesn't work yet. Let's get this first. And now a fun little thing. I'm gonna pick up the reliquary. Pick up the Dark Mind.
Faint images appear
And
in your mind. A
the script.
brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
We're gonna add these things to wares. And then we're going to carefully move all the things that we want into one space. And then boop! Yay, clean inventory. Anything we intend to sell just goes in there.
The console appears dormant.
Let's see if I can do that.
The console hums to life.
Oh, I didn't need the room.
You feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
I have no choice but to follow the Illithid. Wow.
You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process. A shiver runs across your mind.
Oop, didn't mean to skip, y'all.
Feel sated.
Jelly legs.
Thought I was done for. Thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Sounds like a plan. All right, let's get going. I am Elphaba.
Shadowheart. One moment.
Come on, time to go.
Finally. Let us make for the hell. We've wasted enough time already. She's right. Lead on.
Alright. And once again, we are going to take the time
There's no time to waste.
to clean up her HUD. So I'll be quick because I'm used to it. Move all those things. I think I got it right the first time. Yeah. And then we change up her spells. We get rid of that, give her this. We get rid of Guiding Bolt, and we give her Command. And this is important if you want to get the Everburn Blade. Now, mind you, I'm only really going to be trying once. So I'm half treating this like honor mode. I don't want to become saving a lot. And then we give her this. And I know that the middle one is the one that activates them. Slashy, slashy. Get rid of that. Lock her thing. Fire! It's wizard time! Fireball! Yay! We succeeded. We're gonna take the money. Gonna take the money. Go on here. Now there's a... Ah, sorry.
I'll trust my own judgment.
That's a slur. That feels like a slur. So, what I want to do first
Will guide me.
is we're gonna... Did I get rid of Bless by accident? I did. I meant to get rid of Shield of Faith. And I'm gonna click our things here. Immediately click Restoration. Go back over here. Whoops! Not what I wanted to do. Wrong way. And go. And now we have an autosave while we still have our Bless on. That looks painful. I'm upset that we watch an Everburn blade fall and we can't just pick one up randomly.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
And we have 15 turns.
Falling fast.
7 of them with Bless on. Alright, let's go for the easy target first. And then move him forward. We will be using us primarily as a way to get flanking advantage on that dude.
Protect me.
Fire first. as far as we can.
Blood comes easy these days. Time to press ahead.
Now, here's where I get weird. I'm gonna give a potion to our mind flayer friend.
No, this is good.
And then what I'm gonna do is give our potion to her. And I don't know that I want to use this yet. So I'm gonna end my turn there. Hi, Lazel.
Be true.
I'm gonna use you to cut him down. Or not. That did no damage? That's not fair. Okay, cool. So, we're gonna get a dash on here. And like I said, use him for flanking. And move you up.
Got to move. Come on. Can't stay idle. Need to find a way forward.
Firebolt that mamajama. Still don't need that.
I am death.
Nothing there.
On the move.
Now we drink that potion. Move forward. And start attacking this Yahoo.
Ignore the death. We must take the transponder.
So here's where we get fun. Daze him first. Please, infantry. He did not get dazed, which is unfortunate. Gonna do an off balance, a rush attack first. Yes. Now while he's off
Can't even catch
balance.
my breath.
Let's knock him prone. Did not work.
Need to act fast.
Now I'm gonna attempt to use command to make him drop his weapon. Yes.
Time to strike.
Now we have the Everburn Blade. I'm going to save because we have the Everburn Blade now. And because I have an extra thing, I can use my action to equip my new sword.
Got to concentrate. Take your hit.
And we're gonna move forward ever so slightly, taking bits and pieces from everyone as we keep going. This is gonna suck. And now, instantly, he is much, much easier to deal with.
What should I do?
And again. See, and now at this point, we don't care. So,
Time to push my luck again.
I'm gonna just do a nice thing. Ooh, and now I can heal people. We're gonna use as much that. Oh,
Hurry before they strike.
no, not the new baddies.
Can't afford to let up.
We're gonna run up here, take whatever this guy's got on his corpse.
Victory awaits.
Let's hit him again. Push. Take stuff and run! Whoa, not the other Cambions. Now, if I wanted to stay and fight them at this point, I probably could. Actually, just for shiggles here, I could potentially go back and click that and give myself restoration. But this is not a thought that would occur to Elphaba since we're role-playing as her today.
Need to stay focused.
She would...
Survival is all that matters.
Yep, survival's all that matters.
On my feet. Forward, Istik, before more dragons come.
Now here's the other fun stuff.
Another fight. Let's go.
I want... Oh, and that's right. She was suffering from lethargic.
Where do I go from
Oh,
here?
well. Let's see how many of these little jerks I can kill. Shield! Please don't attack me. Oh, they're like way back there.
Come a little closer.
No. We will not be coming any closer, please.
Let's finish this.
Why am I doing like minimal damage to these guys back here?
I wonder if this is worth the cost. I am fury. I am death. No choice but to keep going. I will ascend.
You can kill one more. Yeah, he's just gonna attack Lae'zel. And then these guys are gonna attack the Mind Flayer. Or the little intellect devourer. But it's not like he's able to do a whole lot of damage anymore. I took his sword away.
Talk to me.
We're not even gonna waste magic on you.
Victory awaits.
You're kidding. the transponder.
The helm's alien transponder. You made it in time.
Connect the transponder, disconnect the transponder. They are asking a lot of us. There's lots of dangling happening there. I hear the trickle trickle of water. Ooh, foreshadowing. So that was Minthara and Progressland. Ooh. Smacked in the head. So as a completely unrelated item, I enjoyed that when this game went from early access to actual game, you did not get to run the same path through the Nautiloid. They completely changed it. Ooh, fun, fun. Oh, cool, my staff is still lit. Lit, son. Oop, work text.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
We're gonna check ourselves for injuries.
Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle, given everything you've been through. But if
Not the
you
resting
breathe
bitch
nothing,
face,
you
Elphie.
won't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Now, how close am I? Oh, so close. 19? I need 19. Okay, I have no spell slots, which is fine.
Very well.
Explore a little bit around here. Fresh calamari!
Something good
Mangled
here.
fisher. I like how they use people's, like, typically people's identity and not their race.
Very well.
Oh no. I want to reach for the artifact, but it's not mine.
You're alive.
Yes.
I'm alive.
Yes.
How is this possible?
I was hoping you might know that.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
Do you have Any idea where we are?
No, I don't recognize this place. But anything's an improvement on where we just came from. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
Hmm. What happened to our Gith friend?
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
You want to stay together, I take it.
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
Alrighty. Looks like we got a level up. So let's start with the easy one. Our cleric. Now she is a cleric of Shar, of trickery. So I don't think we need protection from good and evil, but a bane might be nice. I don't typically use her for damage a whole lot. That's what people like Karlak and Lae'zel are for. So, create sorcery points or create spell slots. I get spells now. It is probably at this point that I think a very basic telekinetic comes in handy. Let's see, double the duration. I think distant and twinned. And knowing that she now has people, she doesn't need to run away. So instead, she would choose something to be a little bit more handy. And this is when Mage Armor would probably come in handy. However, no, she learns that. She learns a way to protect herself. So that feels about right. Wonderful. Let's get to the first waypoint. We're going to check everything along the way. First, we're going to adapt some of this. Check hers. Yep. There we go. That looks better. I forgot about that. As well as it could have. Yep. Dead Fisher. Money. Intellect Devour. Nothing useful. Bucket of fish. Send to camp. Bucket of fish. 2 fish. Send to camp. Shanties of the Bitch Queen.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
We all. So we're gonna take that. We're gonna check the backpack. We're gonna send the food to camp and keep the water and the money. I'm gonna read this.
I love you from Anna.
Send it to camp. I don't like walking around with the things that I have to sell. We're just gonna pretend that the water doesn't bother her. So what I'm fixing to do right now, cast that. Dope. Got back at least one spell slot. Trap disarm. That's always handy. Lockpicking set, always handy. Lothar, Intellect Devourer. And Mangled Fisher. We fix. So we send that to camp. But I'm going to leave that there because it collects things for us. This we keep. Loaded full of things and send it to camp. We also send that to camp. Sort by type. Et voila. This and this can go to camp until we need them. That's a secret thing for much later. Oh. And then we check her inventory. All of these go to camp. Sort by type. And now we go to camp for the first time in game. Now, the first time you go to camp, make sure you don't go for a rest because it will trigger things that you can't undo. So this is essentially just us checking things out. Now, I have the special I paid too much version of this game.
Let's try this way. No one stop me yet. Anything?
So, I have special things waiting for me in my inventory. Now, what I'm gonna do is move the things that I know I want to sell into my elaborate reliquary. Peculiar clothing chest is where we will keep other things. Put the dye in there, and I forgot to keep that open. Here's our camp supply pack. Bewildering Adventurers pack. This has fun things in it that we then move to the camp supply pack. And I'm just gonna pick it up and add it to my wares. Mask of the Shapeshifter. Now this is something I will be using eventually. I do not like leaving it on. But that will be something we will be using at some point in the near future. Now I have this wonderful die. Drake General die. And we're going to use it on some things, because I don't get the opportunity. So we're going to combine the die with the Sorcerer Robe and see what pretty colors we get. Ooh, yes. Let's try it with the gloves. With the boots? The boots. And they're made to match, yes. So now we send Shadowheart. And then we have to exit and do it again. I think it's interesting that you can't chain them together. That'd be nice. Whoops. There we go. Now we look like a team. I have no idea who this lady is gonna romance, but that is where we stand. We're not at the camp no more. So I'm just gonna pull this up over here. And keep the save titled properly. And I'm gonna leave you with a couple interesting thoughts. The Grimoire, or the Grimoire, in Wicked turns out to be the Lesser Key of Solomon, which is a book on sorcery written in the 17th century, primarily concerning with how to enhance the sorcerer's physical abilities so that they can better manage themselves, such as their constitution, their intelligence, their ability to stay awake longer, things like that. But that's only one section out of 4. The other 4 sections mainly deal with the identification, utilization, and relationships between the various nobility within hell. Lesser Key of Solomon is an instruction booklet on how to summon and manage demons. It names a lot of them. So that to me sounds like a wizard, or better, who studied for a while, or better yet, actually, I think she's more a sorcerer who went Pact of Tome Warlock with Fiend. And I don't know how to fully justify that, because she didn't technically make a deal with a person, but she started studying the Grimoire and she could read it. So I will think on that more. But I know it's a little earlier than my typical 2-hour minimum, but I think we've reached a good stopping point. That won't take us a little bit over. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night for here tonight. Thank you so much, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!